How you doing, guys? It's old guy Jim here, and this is already my second time doing this video because I screwed up the first one. Well, I'll show you what you missed. Um, First, use microfiber towels. Use only microfiber towels. This is a sheet of glass. Okay, I gotta wipe this wax off while I talk to you, and I'll tell you what's going on. This is my 7th layer of mold release wax that I put on here. The mold release wax, let me see if I can get it in the picture. There it is, number 8. Maximum mold release wax. Miracle Gloss, made by Stoner. I guess McGuire's was bought out by Stoner. That's a rumor that I got. I don't know. I don't know about that part, but I am now wiping this off. This is a probably a 2 foot by 1.5 foot, I guess, piece of glass, and this is just basic stuff that we're doing. Like I said, this is the directions for applying this is on the can. You can't, they're right there. You can't miss. You can't miss. Follow the directions, you're good to go. All we're making here is flat carbon fiber sheets for like your dash, or maybe some flat pieces that you want to make for other stuff, or we're always needing flat sheets of carbon fiber, and it's doing it yourself is a hell of a lot cheaper, which I'll put that in another video. I'll talk about cost. Also, we're not using any polyester resins, no garbage China cloth. This is all bought from Velocity Aircraft in Sebastian, Florida. It's FAA approved epoxy. I'll put all that in another video. After this one, I'll make another one. Right now, I just want to get this done. Like I said, microfiber only. Microfiber only. Microfiber cloth only. Just clean. Oh, before you start anything, clean your glass really good with a razor blade and 91% alcohol. Put the alcohol over it. Take a razor blade, scrape your glass. Make sure it's spotless. Then start. Make sure it's dry. All the alcohol is gone. Start putting down 5 to 7 layers of your number 8 there, mold release. Okay, let me get this all off. I want to make sure it's all gone. This is going to give us a nice gloss finish on our carbon fiber. And today I'm just doing test pieces because I can't remember how thick my parts were, when I actually measured them out. So this is like a refresh for me, but I'll show you how to do it. Okay, there we go. That is clean. Okay, good. Now that that's all clean, I'm gonna try to cover it up with a cotton pillowcase because I don't want no contaminants on it. There we go. Okay, that's it. I'll be back with the cloth. Okay, real quick. I hope you can see it. I'm going to cut myself some pieces out. This cloth I have right here is called 7725 8.9 ounce fiberglass. This is just a fiberglass cloth. And I'm using a pair of scissors. When you use regular scissors like this, they're gonna die very, very soon. Especially when I start cutting the carbon fiber with them, they will become dull very, very quickly. So I'm going to get myself a few pieces to work with here, because I'm going to laminate my product here in steps, from 1 layer, 2 layers, 3 layers to 4 layers. And then after it cures, I'm going to pop it up and start measuring the thicknesses of each layer that I put down, because I'm after 3/30 seconds, or wait a minute, no, I'm after not 3/16. What am I after? Yeah, about 3/30 seconds, I guess, for the sunroof delete. So I'll put these pieces to the side. It's windy out here today, so this is going to make it kind of a pain. Put these to the side. Set them over here. Okay, get that from Velocity Aircraft, like I said, in Sebastian, Florida. And here come the carbon fiber, which is just a mess to work with. This stuff likes to come apart when it's cut on a wrong angle. There we go. You'll see all the black pieces start coming off of it because it's not cut right. There you go. This is a 7725 twill, and it's very, very pliable. in two directions, that direction and that direction. See how it moves? That means you can go around corners and edges really, really good with this stuff. It's amazing stuff to work with. I think they call this, it's not 7725. It's the same weave as the 7725, but this is like a 5.5 ounce twill weave carbon fiber cloth. It's sold in pieces that are 52 inches wide and 36 inches long. And I need to get a couple pieces out of here, staying with the grain. Let me see, I'm gonna go this way. Yeah, I'll go this way. There we go. And like I said, this stuff will kill your scissors in no time. There we go. And I gotta cut across this because that's gonna be one layer. And when I start laminating, I'll explain to you what I'm doing. I gotta put this stuff in the bag because my dogs get this. If my dogs get these slivers of carbon fiber in their stomach and ingest it, it'll kill them. So you gotta kind of be careful with it. I'm gonna need 2 layers of this because that's all I'm using is 2 layers of this. So I need 2 square points to be able to lay up with, which I'm gonna use those 2 right there. Those are the 2 pieces I'm gonna lay up with. Look at the carbon fiber pieces coming all off on the table. I gotta make damn sure my dogs don't get into that. That would be a bad thing. Really bad thing. Okay, I'm gonna set this stuff aside and go ahead and get the resin and start mixing some resin. I gotta move this over here. Don't get any dirt or contaminants on your cloth. It'll really screw up what you're trying to do. So I'm gonna set this down there. Hopefully it doesn't get dirty. And I gotta remove this. I gotta remove this and go shake it off somewhere to where it won't end up on the bottom of my dog's feet, because it'll screw them up. Be right back, guys. Okay, everything here was bought at Home Depot. Tongue depressors, these will be your mixing sticks. 2-inch wide wood handle paintbrushes. Everything here is disposable. You can't clean these with a paint thinner or acetone when you get done. You gotta throw everything away. You can't clean them. There's just no way. And the cups with all the measuring on the side that you'll need for doing larger parts. We're going to be using a very, very small cup to get our ratio of 100 parts resin to 44 parts hardener, and I'm going to do the best I can with this little cup. If it's close, that's fine. It'll just change the cure time maybe by an hour or 2 maybe. This stuff cures pretty slow. So anyway, this is all waxed. You can set stuff on it as long as it's clean. Just don't contaminate it. Don't touch it with your fingers where you wax. Don't touch it with nothing. Don't sweat on it, drool on it, touch it. Excuse me, I'm burping. But this is what we need to Jesus, it's slick. I can't touch nothing. I'll just slide it off the edge. There we go. You got how slick that is. That is so slick. It's really slick. Alright, so I'm gonna go and God, I'd like to show you guys how to mix the resin, but anyways, I'm gonna fill this cup up, this small cup. This is like off of a NyQuil bottle. It's a 30 milliliter. I'm gonna fill this up maybe 4 times with the resin and twice with a hardener, but just a little less hardener to try to get that 44 parts hardener to 100 parts. It's almost 1 to a half, you know, full and then half. That would actually be close enough. It hasn't got to be spot on. It's not going to make that big of a difference. Never laminate in the sun or in direct UV light. It'll affect cure times and really screw everything up. Yeah, always be in the shade. If it's super hot, you can still use it. It's just going to cure quicker, and you got to kind of move your ass. If it's below 65 degrees, you can still laminate. It might make your resin a little bit, you know, thick and hard to get through the cloth. And you might want to put a heat lamp on it when it's curing, if you want to. If not, you can just let it sit for a couple days. This stuff cures very slow. So, all right, let me go make some resin. Remember, I'm gonna scoop maybe 4 of these, and then 2 of them, and that'll be enough resin probably. So, okay. If not, I don't have another cup, and I'm gonna have to find one. Okay, I'll be back. All right, real quick overview on the resins. This is a 3/4 kit. So I didn't order a full gallon kit. Save a little money, and I knew I wouldn't use it all. This is the resin right there. DER 324 resin. DER 324 resin. You purchase that at Velocity Aircraft in Sebastian, Florida. I think it's VEL Velocity, OCITY Velocity. And this is the hardener. It's called EZ as an Esther Zebra 83 EZ 83. This is your hardener. You purchase that. It's almost like one part this, half part this. It's pretty close. Yeah, I can set this on the wax piece I did down here. It's not going to hurt it. And the bottom of these bottles are very, very clean. So anyways, I'm going to use this big cup here to actually mix in. I'll use this one to measure, and I'm actually going to do that off camera. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fill up 4 of these, and then 2 of these, dump it in there, see how much I got, see if it looks right. I don't know how much to mix right now, how much cloth I got, what I'm going to lay up today. If I was laying up a big part like the sunroof delete that I'm going to do on a larger piece of glass, I would use the measurements on here for, you know, for a large amount. But anyways, I'm gonna go dump some resin, mix it up, and get the laminating. All right, I got everything set up. Almost there. I just gotta mix up the resin, and we'll be good to go. Okay, resin is in. You can see it in there. I know everybody's hollering, oh, it's brown, it's brown, it's brown, it's gonna turn the cloth brown. No, when this stuff cures, it goes completely clear. Super, super clear when it cures. You don't see any tint whatsoever in the cloth. It's so thin that it's transparent. So once again, this is to get my bearings back together. As you all know, or many of you know, that I own my own composite company for like 9 years. I used to make AMA legal racing superbike. It's on my IG. There's some photos of the bodywork that I made when I had my own business for all them years. And I used to race some bikes too, which really hurt. I don't suggest it. It's expensive, it's addictive, it's bad. So anyways, I'm doing this to do a test to see how thick the cloth is once it's saturated and cured. So we're gonna mix this up really, really good, really good. You got a lot of working time. You got, like, I would say with this, you probably got, you can laminate for like, well, temperature today, 2 hours. If you had a big piece to do, you probably about 2 hours. All right, there we go. Remember, you can't salvage anything. Everything's going to be disposable. You can't wash stuff out and keep it. I have used mixing sticks again before. I guess I have done that. You know, products get expensive and stuff. Probably the safest place to put that stick now. I'm going to get rid of the stick. Hold on a second. I'm right back. All right. Okay. God, this is busting my back where I'm standing too. All right, we're going to take some cloth. I want to get 4 layers. I want to get 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then after they cure, unwrap your paper. Get your brush in there and get it all nice and gooey. There we go. Get it all nice and yucky. This video is probably going to be longer than I want it to be, but whatever. Okay. First piece I want is the piece of carbon fiber, so I got to flip this over. I'm going to be using 2 layers of carbon fiber on for my sunroof delete. Okay, take your resin and wet out the area right here that you're going to be putting your cloth down. Just wet it out. Not super, super heavy so you trap a lot of air under it, but you want it to be at least the size of what you're using here. You always got to wet out underneath so it gets, you know, soaks through the cloth. I hope you can see this. I hope you can. And we're going to lay down 1 layer. There we go. We'll just start what's called stippling. This is stippling. If you can't see too good, I got resin on my hands now and I really can't touch the phone. Okay, 2 layers of that. I'm gonna brush it out. It's really, really hard to see the air through this stuff, so you gotta stipple. You gotta stipple, stipple, stipple like this. Gotta get all the air pockets out of it if there's any on the other side. No, I've never used autoclaves or vacuum bagged. I've never done that with anything that I built. Here's our second layer. Put it right on there. Just like that. Actually, I want it to be a little wider, so I can make it wider. There we go. And then we start pushing this down. Let it soak up all that resin that I got underneath. So I know that I'm going to use 2 layers of carbon. So I'll leave that just like that. I'll just stack them 2 up, and then I'll step the glass. I might do 5 layers, I don't know. And then after I get done, I will cut them. I'll cut this thing in half, and I'll start measuring it with my vernier scales to see how thick it is. Because if I was correct, I think I was after 3/30 seconds, or maybe I don't know. I don't know what I was after. I can't remember. I think 3/30 seconds. Just stipple it. This is called stippling. This gets the air that's on the other side of the cloth through the cloth to get on this side to where you are. Okay, I'll definitely be using 2 layers of that. So now, contaminants. If you get anything like sand or little pebble underneath of it, that thing will stick out like a sore thumb. You'll never be able to get rid of it, and you can't fix it. So I want this to be square. There we go. Put this out of the way so my dogs don't get near it. I'm going to go ahead and put this right here, so I know that that is 3 layers. I mixed way too much resin. way too much. Gosh, I could have used 1. I actually put 4 cups in, 4 of those tiny cups I had, and then almost 2 of the hardener. And boy, did I ever waste a lot of resin. I really wasted a lot of resin. Okay, so anyways, that's 2 layers of carbon right there and 1 layer of glass. Now the next one I'm going to step up. I'm going to step this up. I'm going to cut it, and I'm going to move it up the cloth. So I'll have, oh, I got resin on my fingers. Ugh, I can't touch that rag either, or I'll ruin it. Okay, that there is 4 layers in that one spot. Just push your resin down through it like that. Yeah, I think I'm going to do 5. I'll explain to you when I get done here what I've done. This, you don't have to worry about too much air in it. And then we'll go up here, move it up another 1/2 inch, and that'll be 4 layers there. I do actually need a little more resin. There we go. There we go. Push it down, push it through. Okay. And then I'll go 1 more layer. That's 1, 2. That's 3. Okay, that's 4. That's 5. I actually got 5 on there. I actually got 5 right here in this spot. It's actually 5 thick. I wonder if I should do 1 more to make it 6. Then I'll measure them out with my verniers later. Yeah, I'll do that. Hell with it. I'll just cut another piece. Remember, if you have dogs, keep them away from this. Don't let them get into anything. You can hurt them really bad. There we go. Okay, I'll push this down. Now this is just a test. Just a test to see how much rigidity I'm going to have in the sunroof delete. And I got a really big piece of glass over there, and some really big sheets of carbon fiber and glass in the house that I bought so I can make it. The stuff that's available online is just garbage. It's China. I'm sorry, it's China crap. And I'm going to make my dash covers on top, and I'm going to make face plates for my dash so I can put my switches and what have you on the front. I can make anything that I want. That's, you know, relatively flat. You can see the air through it. You see little white dots. You got to stipple them out. This isn't something I could speed up. I gotta go through it slow, like this. And after I get done here, I can actually pick the cloth up and look on the other side to see how much air I got on the other side. Might be a lot, might be a little, I don't know. There's my layers. That's all I wanted to do. All this is disposable. Look at how much resin I wasted. What was I thinking? Good Lord. Well, nothing I can do with that. I'll just let it dry like that, and when it gets cured, I can actually grab the handle and pull and break it right out, and if there's nothing left inside the cup, I can actually reuse the cup. So, okay. I guess that's, maybe I was holding that too high. Look at all the resin I got left. I mixed way too much. I'm out of practice from years of not doing it. Okay, I'll set that right there. Wipe my fingers off. I got to get my extra cloth that I have back into this bag so it doesn't end up being doggy cloth. I don't want to leave any of this stuff down where the dogs can get to it. There we go. Everything's back in the bag. Nice and safe for my puppies. Yeah, if you inhale carbon fiber, those little strands, sometimes they're so fine they'll float through the air. If you inhale them, they'll embed in your lungs, and they're not coming out. So, ever. So, this is the sheet of glass that I'll be using to make my dash covers. The one in the center of the EG dash, and the airbag on the passenger side, that cap. I'll be making that cap, and a few plates on the front of the dash for you know, like I said, switches and stuff. And I don't want to contaminate my rag, so I'll just move to the side. Take the scissors. I'll throw them in the bag too. I'll probably end up using them again because they seem to work pretty good. There we go. Okay. Yeah, there's the cloth on the other side. See how nice that looks? When we peel it off, that's what we'll have. Right there. That's it. Guys, that's how you do it. Now, let me get this glove off because there is some resin on it so I can touch my phone. Okay, hang with me. Let me pick this up and I'll show you what I've done. Hopefully it focuses. I really can't see it. Let me see. Okay, maybe, I don't know. I gotta look at the front of my, there you go. Okay, there's 3 layers here. Right there, there's 4, 5, and 6. When this cures, I'll cut it down the middle and I'll measure it to see how thick it is. You can see the lines there. There's one right there. There's one right there. One right there. And that's 6 layers. So there's 3 right here. That one makes 4. That makes 5. That makes 6. When it's super hard, I'll cut it down the center and I'll measure the thickness, and I'll know which one how many layers I got to use to do my sunroof delete. The stuff on the dash, I'm just going to make it 4 or 5. That'll be plenty rigid. And that's it, guys. So if you got any questions, go to my IG, HiscottJim, HISCOTTJIM, HiscottJim. You'll see my red Civic and all the stuff that I've been working on. And message me there, or my email is, I'm not a hard guy to find. I'm everywhere. So yeah, we'll just let that cure. We'll just let it cure. Once again, we'll take a look at it on the bottom. Flip it up. I don't know if you can see it. Not bad at all. Looks good. That's simple. That's simple. You can make the sheets as big as you want. I mean, you get a huge piece of glass and you know, clean it all up, mold release it, lay your cloth down, and you can do this. You can do this yourself. Easy, easy, easy. When it gets into making molds, I really can't go into that. It's so complex. I'd have to make a special video on how to make molds so you guys could make doors, trunks, fenders, hoods. When I had my company, I could have made all that stuff. No problem. Could have made it all. Without vacuum bagging, actually. I could have done it just fine. So anyways, okay, I'm out of here. That's it. I'm going to go upload this so you guys can see this. Okay, good talking to you, and let me pause this. So I'm out of here. Bye, guys.